Well, let's now try and get a deeper handle on what exactly is happening in the Red Sea and what can be done. It's great to be joined by Dr. Stavros Karamperidis, who's a maritime economist and the head of the Maritime Transport Research Group at the University of Plymouth. Thank you so much, Dr. Karamperidis, for being with us. What's your own assessment of whatever's happening in the Red Seas, with the Houthis and this naval alliance that the US seems to be trying to put together?
That's a very interesting question, because at the moment we don't know how the overall situation is going to escalate. We're hoping that with the naval force that the US is leading, and hopefully other countries are going to join, the overall situation is going to ease a bit. What is happening at the moment, we've seen some vessels trying to avoid Red Sea, and they're going through the Cape of Good Hope. But also during the night, we've seen some of the companies like Maris, for example, that they said they're going to use the navigation through the Cape of Good Hope, still going again through the Red Sea. So at the moment, also the shipping community is trying to find out what is happening out there. It's only a week that we had that kind of escalation. They're trying to see how the overall military escort is going to help them and support. So I'm hoping that soon the military escort is going to clear up the overall situation, because if we continue with vessels diversifying, then as you can imagine, we're talking about extra mileage, and that costs extra cost, and also cost, we need more time to move the goods from point A to point B.
All right, so let's turn our attention then to the point of view of costs. What is going to be the impact of the global economy if the Suez Canal does get blocked?
So as you can imagine, if vessels are going to stop using the Suez Canal, that's going to be a huge impact to the overall global economy, especially Europe to Asia. As I said, thankfully, so far from all the reports we're reading from the maritime sector is paying attention, is keeping an eye on what is happening in the situation, but they're still using the passage. It's only a small portion of companies that are taking that kind of action to bypass the Red Sea. Of course, if that's going to be escalating, as I said earlier on, then of course that's going to create a lot of problems. And, on very basic terms, it's going to cost an additional 10 to 12 days for the navigation of vessels from Asia to Europe, and another 10 to 12 days on the way back. So we're talking about another 20 extra days. So we were going to need additional capacity to carry those goods.